Alright, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Massa Tutorials. You see where mathematics literacy begins. Alright, so we are still on Math 102 Analytic Geometry and Calculus. We are moving to the general equation of a circle. The general equation of a circle. Now, let's proceed. The general equation of a circle is expressed as x squared plus y squared plus 2jx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. That's the general equation of a circle, right? So it is expressed as x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. So we have the general equation of a circle. Now let's proceed to the properties of the general equation of a circle. The properties of the general equation of a circle. So properties, which means that the features or the characteristics of the general equation of the circle. So we can talk of the features or the characteristics, right? So one property of the general equation of a circle is one. It is both quadratic in both x and y. It is both quadratic. It is both quadratic. It is both quadratic in both words, in both x and y, which means that when you talk of quadratic, the degree of x and the degree of y is 2. When you talk of degree, we mean the power, the exponent, the superscript, right? The index, that's the degree I'm talking of. Okay, so the degree of x and y is 2. That's why we mean quadratic. So it is both quadratic in both x and y. So that's one feature or one characteristic or one property of the general equation of a circle. Let's move on to the second feature. The second feature says there is no term in xy. There is no term in xy. There is no term in xy, which means that among these terms, you can never, and you will never, and you won't find xy term here. You can never find xy term here. You won't, and you will never find any xy term here. That's why we are saying that there is no term in xy. Let's proceed to our third property. Our third property says that the equation of x squared is the same as the coefficient of y squared. Let me read it again. The coefficient of x squared, that's the coefficient of x squared, is the same as the coefficient of y squared. So the coefficient of x squared is the same as the coefficient of y squared. The coefficient of x squared is the same as the coefficient of y squared. We mean coefficient by saying that the number in front of the variable. So the number in front of the variable x squared and y squared. Which means that if the coefficient of x squared is 1, then the same coefficient of y squared is what? 1. You can never find the coefficient of x squared to be 3, then the coefficient of y squared to be -5. It will never be possible, right? So it is never possible that the coefficient of x squared is 2, then the coefficient of y squared is negative 100. It is never possible. So the coefficient of x squared and the coefficient of y squared, they are the same. So now, with the general equation of the circle, we can see that the coefficient of x squared here is 1. That's the number in front of this x squared, this variable, is 1. The number in front of this variable y squared is also 1, which means that their coefficients are the same. Right. So if the coefficients are the same, then we can multiply through by, let's say, a non-zero number. We can multiply through by a non-zero number, which can be, let's say, negative 2, right? Because the coefficient of x squared and y squared are the same, we can multiply through by a non-zero number. A non-zero number, which means that any number apart from 0, any number apart from 0, you can multiply through by that. Okay, so you can multiply through by 2. So if you multiply here by 2, you get 2x squared. You multiply here also by 2, you get 2y squared. So that's how it is. Okay, so we have these 3 properties of the general equation of a circle. Anything apart from this is not a property of the circle, right? So that's the properties or the features or the characteristics of the general equation of a circle. All right. All right. So now let's see the center. The center of the general equation of a circle is negative g negative f. Don't forget. So that's the formula for finding for the center of the general equation of a circle. Then the radius is calculated as square root of g all squared plus f all squared minus c. So my center is negative g negative f, then my radius is square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. In fact, the thing is g all squared. So if you have negative 1, don't write negative 1 squared. This one is never equal to negative 1 all squared. Kindly take note of that. So we move on to our next video for more examples on the equation of the general circle. See you.